Furnace blows cold air. Furnace blows cold air. We do not see flame lockout. There's only two explanations. It smelled like natural gas for a moment, and then what's happening is the burners are not lighting. It's blowing cold air. So there's only two possible explanations. Either the flame sensor right there, what it does is if it does not detect flame, it kills the gas. Or the igniter. The igniter could be bad as well. So if the igniter does not light the flame, then that means there's no flame. Then what will happen is if there's no flame, if they not ignite the flame sensor will not detect any flame, and then it will kill the gas, but the blower will still run forever and ever. So we have two choices. We can either replace the sensor, because I have one, or we can replace the igniter, and you can also observe the igniter, but we're going to replace it because it's possibly bad. First step is to unplug the connector. What you do is you pinch here and then pull apart. So that's a 1/4 inch, and we disconnected it here. Luckily, I buy these by the case. So this is a brand new. There's the part number. This is what the new one looks like. It's got the same connector. This is the old one. Looks like it's burnt. This is the new one. And here's the screw. And this is the old one. This is the old one. Looks like it burnt and shorted right there. This is the new one. This is the new one. So it screws on and it angles just like that and rests in there. So you notice that lip there, there's a lip. And so it means like it goes on like this. Because that lip goes up against the edge of the bracket. So it'll go in like this. So one hand to hold it, and see there's a lip there, and it goes on the edge. I think it's just flush like that. And mind you, buy a couple of these because that's the new one that broke. Very brittle. So I'd buy a couple of these and have on hand. So I put the new one in, screwed it in, and you don't need to take that screw out all the way, it'll slide out. That unit will slide out. Okay, note that is keyed. I don't know if you can see that, but one side is flat. If you can see that, but one side is flat, the right side is flat. And then the plug, left side, so it goes in one way. It's keyed, so basically flat goes on the flat side, etc. It's a good idea to also check the flame sensor. I cleaned it a few months ago, but it's a good idea to check it and clean it. I just unscrewed that screw. That's the flame sensor. So I'm going to take it out and then go ahead and clean it. Okay, this is the flame sensor. It looks pretty good, but I'm going to clean it with some electrical cleaner. It looks pretty good. Usually what happens on this flame sensor, it gets dirt and dust, and then it gets baked on there, and then it doesn't get a good reading. So you can just clean it with some electrical cleaner. Here's some electrical cleaner. Always have it on hand. We're going to use that to clean the flame sensor. You can spray it directly, or you can use a little paper towel. Clean it with electrical cleaner. I soaked this little paper towel and then wiped it really well, this flame sensor. And sometimes you can take a little Scotch-Brite and clean it up, but it looks okay to me. There's a little scratches, but yeah, I use this electrical cleaner. This should not have any residue, but just in case, I'll run some water and then dry it really well, because this is in contact with flame, so I want to make sure there's no residue. So this is electrical cleaner that I sprayed, and then I just wiped this down really well. Every filter change I do this, but I just want to do this right now just to make sure that to eliminate this as a possible failure. On this and dry it off just to get any residue off. This is the flame sensor. It looks pretty good, so we'll reinstall it. The way this goes is you thread it through here first and then line it up with the holes. So basically this part's got to be within the flame, pointing that way. So this is cox the way we use that screw hole, if you can see. So just thread it in. Well, I light actually. We'll use the bottom screw hole at 6 o'clock. That's not going to be super tight, just snug. I believe this is 1/4 inch. And that positions it right where we need it. And then of course we'll put on the connector. Just snap the connector back on. Okay, we have flame sensor. We have flame, but no. Okay, now we have flame. We have flame. So that means the switch, the igniter, was bad. As you can see here, we've got flame. All of our burners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all rocking and rolling. I also replaced the filter. This is my filter box. It's I got it. It fits my filters. And then I also have a log of what we just did. I replaced the. We're going to make a note in our log entry of what was replaced. So here's our log entry. January 3rd, 2024. Replaced igniter, clean flame sensor, and new filter. Replaced igniter. Right here. So that was the issue. Our parts. Furnace parts, flame sensor, igniter. I ordered these 5 years ago with my note. Highly recommend you to buy maybe half a dozen of these flame sensors. I have at least 2. I need to get 2 more. And then also clean your flame sensor every time you clean your filter. Next up, I only had 2 igniters. I want to buy another kit, probably another 6 of these igniters. You always want to have parts on hand, because what's going to happen is your furnace is going to crap out in the middle of winter on a weekend, on a holiday, and it's going to cost like $2,000 for a furnace guy to come out. I'm exaggerating, but it's going to cost a lot. Always have parts on hand.